Welcome to NetSupport Radio, the official broadcaster of Bett.
Listeners, it's catch-up colleague time. I love this time. I've got with me the brilliant Kirsty Grundy, who's brought a friend along called Jade. We'll have to chat with her in just a second. And the brilliant Martin Bailey. Kirsty, may I start with you? What have you been doing today on day one?
Well, apart from wandering around, orientating myself, finding out and having a look around, seeing what's out there this year. I've been presenting with these two lovely people for Now Press Play in the Leadership Teaching and Learning Theatre.
Wow, excellent. And Martin, the presentation's about embedding audio, because of course that's really what Now Press Play do with their lovely pink headphones. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so that was the second presentation I've done today, actually, sort of all about immersive audio. So immersive audio, it's certainly not children sitting still and listening to a story or whatever. It's about children actually feeling part of a physical experience, about moving around and acting around, and through those sounds, suddenly feeling like you're actually there. Whether it's been going back to ancient Rome, whether it's walking on the moon, it's about giving kids that language. It's about absorbing children sort of in a physical experience. And yes, we've been talking very much about Now Press Play during our presentation, because that was the link there, but you know, immersive audio goes far more than just any one particular product.
Brilliant. But best description of that I've heard today from a US colleague, a wiggle worm. So children that are wiggle worms and ones that just can't sit still and want to just engage. It just plays beautifully to that.
It does, yeah. That was one of the things I actually spoke about in there. That it sort of it removes those lower level behaviour issues in the classroom, because that's what, you know, we're constantly firefighting. You know, the majority of experiences on Now Press Play around about 20 to 25 minutes. The greatest teacher in the world couldn't engage children if they were just listening to us for 20 to 25 minutes. They'd be poking each other back with a pencil, they'd be swinging on their chairs and so on. But in Now Press Play, because you've got your headphones on, you're not aware of the people around you. You're not looking for that nod and the wink like of your friends.
Preaching to the converted here, sir. Absolutely. It blocks out the world so you can focus on yourself or the audio input as well.
And certainly you can tell those children who aren't listening, because they're not doing what the other children are doing. So actually you can see very clearly, very quickly, either who's not engaging or the reason behind that. So is it because they don't understand? So I think it's one of the very few tools that actually, just by physically looking at your class, you can see those that are struggling in some way, and you know that perhaps it's because of their language, they haven't understood, that you can then go and target them.
Absolutely brilliant. Couldn't agree more with you. What else have you been presenting on today? Because there was a suggestion of it. So you've done two presentations. But is this about the one presentation?
Just the one.
Just the one.
And this, of course.
And that's, of course, it's very nice for you to join me as well. What else have you got planned for the week? What else are you doing?
Well, we're just here for one more day tomorrow. Really looking forward to looking at, I've got two more technology primary schools that we're opening up in the West Midlands. So on the lookout for, I suppose, the new tech that's there that is going to perhaps find its way into our schools. We're always on the lookout for new tech. And also it's just meeting up with people. I think you know, this is the second Bett since COVID, and it is one of the best places to come and network and just meet old friends and
it's a different landscape as well. By the look of things, it's a different landscape. It's really good. Jade, let's bring you in as well. What's your role within this huge Shirelands empire?
So I am the Year 2 class teacher. And I am here really just to give an insight into what it's like in the classroom.
Wow.
Using immersive
Is this your
audio.
first Bett?
Yes, it
What's
is
your
my
first
Bett.
impressions? Always like a first Bett visitor. What's your first impressions today?
It's a lot. However, it is really, really fun. I've had such a different experience. You wouldn't expect to come to somewhere like this becoming a primary school teacher, but the honour is
They
all
used
mine.
to come in
It
their
absolutely
tens of
is.
thousands, I have to say. It's got on the Saturday. They used to just come in, you know, thousands and thousands of folks. But you know, getting out, tiredness, exhaustion, too much on their
I'm
plate.
really grateful for the opportunity.
Brilliant.
It's been
So
amazing.
let me ask another question. What do you know now you didn't know at 9 o'clock this morning?
That I can speak quite confidently myself, actually, on a stage.
It was a prerequisite for a colleague in the classroom. 5 minutes for me to comment on that.
But then also, actually, how much is out there in terms of tech? you know, we can get quite locked into the same things that we use day in, day out, but actually it's quite refreshing to come here and see all the different things and what else we could do in the other opportunities we could bring to the classroom.
And what's still the most challenging thing for you with technology at school? What's the most challenging thing? Don't say plugging it in, but you know, what's the most challenging thing? Is it time? Is it preparation space? Is it being comfortable with it? I mean, you mentioned you weren't coming and speaking, of course, I joke, but of course you're in front of your peers here. You're not in front of your peers in the classroom unless there's an Ofsted inspector hanging around somewhere, which we hope that never happens to anyone. But it's interesting to see what's your biggest challenge still?
That's a question I've never really thought of, actually, because day to day you know what they are, but they're not big, they're little. But I would say it is when something new comes along, in all honesty. When something new comes along, you do get really worried about, are the children going to engage with it? Is it going to really take away quality learning time from me, for the children? And actually, once you get over that, you can really, you know, it can become amazing, whatever
So what do you think the
product
solution is to get over that? Do you need a little sample space time? Do you need to try it with a small subset?
Absolutely.
What would,
those
you know,
two
an
things.
incubation kind of activity?
Yeah, or like just a demo from someone that knows that product really well. As long as there's just a demo.
With your children, would that help more effectively? So
if that was available, of course, that would be amazing. So you can be the outsider.
Philosophically, I'm just trying to solve everyone's problems today. I'm just wondering what would solve the problem.
A demo. It wouldn't even need to be the classroom at my children, it could just be.
See, once upon a time when we were nice and neatly in local authorities, there would be an IT advisor who could come to your school and did come to your school and showed you that you remember these times, Martin. You're old enough to remember that.
Jade's too young.
We are quite lucky at our school, aren't we? Because we've got.
I think you are very lucky in lots of ways. You're
we are
well provisioned. You've got some high-profile leadership there as well, who enjoy an enviable reputation. And I'm sure folks are very keen to throw lots of stuff at you and say, "Here, why don't you try this?" Amazingly. Wow. What are you looking forward to tomorrow?
Just time now to go around. There's a couple of things that have piqued our interest that we're going to go back to and perhaps look at in a little bit more depth. But just now our presentation's gone. I think we can kind of relax now and just go and search, have a look round.
Good. What about you, Martin? What do you know now you didn't know this morning?
What I didn't know now that I didn't know this morning? Well, I haven't had much chance at all to actually explore it. I was hosting a theatre this morning and presenting twice this afternoon, but there was 3 fantastic presentations I got to see while I was hosting this morning. One term that really stuck with me now was the term head tech. We've spoke for years about ed tech, but now this term head tech, about putting pedagogy first. And that actually, I think when we're somewhere like Bett, it's very easy to get caught into just that immediate wow, and you can sometimes end up where it's technology for technology's sake, but actually putting pedagogy at the heart of it and actually sort of really thinking about sort of what learning has taken place and just maybe considering that bigger holistic sort of picture rather than just getting caught up by that. So I think I said at the end of that session that it's not just a term that I'm going to start using, it's a philosophy I'm going to start sort of living my leadership by, that sort of maybe evolving from ed tech to ped tech.
See the clouds parting in the sky and a ray of sunshine coming in, orchestra playing beautifully, and this is one of those moments. It's good to catch up with you all. Is all well with you? Everything good?
Yeah, we're really good. We've got, as ever, lots going on, lots to do, but yeah, we're in a really good place. Really good. Got a great team.
You have indeed, and that's taken a few years to get in place, and well done as well.
Likewise, yeah, it's just chatting beforehand, just got recently back from Dubai with 24-hour pupils, and some of those will be coming down to Bett themselves tomorrow and Friday. So
I don't know how you did that. I have to stop you because our listeners are going, what? I mean, the risk assessment form must be a mile long just to take them to the local museum. But no, you said, I'm going to put them on a plane and take them halfway across the world.
It was worth it. Yes, there was some lengthy forms to fill in. So yeah, I was not connected in any way, shape or form, but a plug for something now called the Turing Project after Alan Turing, who cracked the Menga machine. So have a little bit of look online. At a time when budgets are tight in schools, there is some money to be had. Our parents only had to pay £100 for their pupils to have a week in Dubai. The rest was all
A
completely funded by
lifetime opportunity. Amazing. Congratulations, you're certainly cooking on gas up there.
So yeah, I was just going to say. So
Yes.
yeah, two days in London's nothing in terms of what's.
I'm so sorry. Ladies, I'm just so sorry. Honestly, that good old XL Docklands here. We can't compete with Dubai. Lovely, ladies. Lovely to see you. Thank you so much. My very best regards to everyone back at base there. You're doing great things. Martin, I'll catch up with you later in the week when we do our Kids Judge Bet. Have a great day too, loads. Nice to see you.
Bye.